Hey there, folks. I'm sorry for being gone for a while. Well, not exactly, except that I had a lot of things to do, yes. What is the usual thing? Taking care of things, being a janitor, day in, day out. And of course, afternoon, taking care of whatever I have at home. So yeah, there's a lot of things in my mind at least. However, you might wonder. We talked about earlier about Kanye West, as you remember, and yeah, to be more certain to say, I tried to figure out his anti-Semitic size, every talk he did, and so on, but I can't find the root why in the world he came up with the anti-Semitic word, of course, or his idea about Jews. However, even if we know that his way to insult many people, call them idiot or stupid, or maybe come up with some misogyny and all other kind of bigot thing, which I still try to figure out more about. But there's no root to the clue why he came up with all those things. And yeah, it had been hard for me to even find evidence to everything, but I know whatever he has said about Jews, which I'm still disappointed over this man. Because if he really think that insulting someone solves something, then he is super wrong. And whatever he is saying is not okay at all. Again, have he forgot how it is to be oppressed? I mean, again, I can only say this. Everybody have a hard time, no matter what size you maybe live in. But not everybody can live up to the idea. And the best thing you can do is try to live in peace and never harm somebody at all. And yet I can't understand that he, on the other hand, chooses that kind of size. But nothing of this surprised me at all. But it surprised me because he is a celebrity. Okay, we had Donald Trump, who maybe went in same direction like Kanye West, but not like him exactly, but more like, more like those things Trump may be pointing at, for an example, direct to the person he might never like. Take, for an example, the way he just pointing at Latino folks or Asian folks or whoever who are just an immigrant but couldn't count anyone who actually are not American enough. But my biggest concern is, why the hell does he care? And why does he have any against Jewish people? But I can point to many things. He is not the only one. There have been many others like him. I don't talk only about... Okay, before you judge me, I can say one thing, of course. When it comes to color, that have nothing with me to do, that have only with him to do. I, on the other hand, are neutral when it comes to the color size. To be more certain to say, I'm more of an equalist who refuse to even share about who is more condemning and the other one. I try to avoid that part. Why? Well, that's me. I'm sorry. but that's not exactly. But however, here's the thing. Although I understand his size about black and white people who actually have the same mindset, which surprised me because that's I have never been before, but that's not the thing. I don't care what color each and any of them are. What I'm still surprised is that how can you even through somebody who actually has suffered so long enough by all of these things and hatred along the sides, like the way he maybe portray World War II about Hitler, for example. By the way, he doesn't know about Hitler at all. No one does exactly. And by the way, before anyone saying, oh yes, Hitler is a good guy, fine. No, of course not. He's not a good guy. The time he was maybe good, yes, there was the time when he was a child, who actually took care of his sister, protecting her from their abusive father. Yes, that was the time Hitler was a good guy. And it continued even in the further of the future before he became a leader. Perhaps to say those time he was good was only when he maybe helped some poor people who maybe needed help and so on, which he maybe have done, something I don't have any evidence at all. But the time he had been a horrible person is killing people, slaughter them, and even destroying each and any life. Yet Kanye West and many others like Nick Fentless or whatever his name is, justify all of this Holocaust for nothing. There have been several Jewish people who have been killed over the Europe. Germany. I don't know how many people in Germany who have been who have been killed. Perhaps over 600,000 people. I don't know. But there have been many, of course. But if you're going to count in everyone in Europe, I don't know exactly how many it is, but it is too many, of course, who have died because of Hitler's mindset. But even if we're going to talking about Christianity itself, who literally blasting the Jewish people for some reason when it comes to this plague they had, Black Plague or any kind of sickness and all of this thing, they either blame witches for creating the virus or any kind of shit, or blaming other religion as well and so on. And yeah, perhaps to say every religion, especially when it comes to the major religion, who blaming each other for every sickness who comes and goes, who knows? But still, this about Hitler and his mindset because of whatever he may be going through. And Kanye West doesn't know exactly what he's talking about. What the hell? Anyway, the only thing I am still concerned about is the idea he had. Why? I don't know. First of all, if he wants to be a right wing, it's okay for me. It's okay for everybody. But he should never cause any harm to anyone. Even in social media he used. Every time he comment or made a commentary, everybody follow exactly what he does. First of all, he have a lot of fans, and every time he maybe make a quote, everybody following whatever he says. There have been many Jewish people who actually have been hurt because of this man. And I have never in my case seen that part at all. Anyway, before I actually going to continue to talk, maybe you want to hear any few interview with Alex Jones, whatever his name is, buckle up, you will see it.
I don't like Nazis, and I don't like what some of the mafias are doing either.
I like Hitler. I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
Oh, man. Well, I have to disagree with that. You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also, and I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
I love Jewish and even Hitler. What a strange thing to even keep talking about that. I mean, okay, he can tell exactly what his weird mind is, but the way he threw each and any one, that shouldn't be a justifying thing. I mean, there's a lot of people who have been hurt by this kind of thought, but his commentary were worst when he started to slamming a lot of Jews. I mean, I don't have the evidence now, but I remember I have heard it in TYT and a lot of news channels like Fox News, CNN, NBC, a lot of things. I can't literally tell exactly what he had in his mind, except that I don't have a lot of evidence. But this is the part. I don't know exactly, but I'm going to dig deeper in it. And if I have evidence, of course, I will actually share it with you. But for now, I don't know exactly, because it have been hard to even find the evidence. I mean, you remember when I tried to find evidence when it comes to Doug Wilson turning the, what's the name? Idaho to a Christian town. I didn't have any much evidence of it. So that's exactly what I actually going through when it comes to Kanye West. But this is just the beginning, as I actually come up with. So yeah, I don't have much myself, but I try to find more evidence so I could actually talk more about that. So yeah, I apologize. But I don't going to give up. If I could find evidence more of that, I would put more of it. But as you remember, I don't have the clip. So I don't know exactly, so I could even prove of it. But how could I say, when you don't have evidence, what the hell are you going to share? That's exactly what I have in my mind. But I do my best, of course, to find the root before I could ever share with you. That's why it have taken so long since I always talking about that part. When I talking about Andrew Tate and so on. When I start also last year about him, yet I couldn't find the evidence about why he started to hating Jews. So yeah, I apologize again. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I will try to come back again. And yeah, as I said, I apologize for just holding you, so you maybe will be informed about my clue, if I may say it. But I haven't found much clue myself. I'm missing a lot of part myself. I keep digging more so I could find a reason to why he does it, but let us see, maybe I will find it. But again, I apologize. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I hope you will have a nice day, and we will maybe see you again. Bye. By the way, folks, the reason to why I actually made a mistake earlier, I was thinking that he actually was in Russia. But as you know, I was very clumsy last year. I didn't mean it. I was so foolish when he said Idaho, when he said Moscow. I didn't understand. I was thinking he was in Russia. What the hell are he doing in Russia? But I started to figure out later it was in USA. I could have actually deleted the video and do it again, but I didn't. I left it there, so yeah, I apologize. So if you even hear whatever I said in the past, forget what I said. But you can comment and also call me stupid. I didn't know that he meant Moscow in Idaho, so yeah, I'm very sorry for that. So yeah, I apologize. I was very confused and stressed, of course, and yeah, it was a thing. And as you know, I'm just a newbie, so I apologize again. But as you know, now I know it was in USA, in Idaho, and he actually turned this town to a red town of Republicans, conservative. And I didn't expect him to even succeed. I mean, again, you hear in the news about turning the road away and all of this. Now women can't make abort when it comes to their own children, well, the child they bear and whatever. Banning all gay and LBGTQ community. Everything is just a mess, a big mess. But I'm going to talk about him, of course, and many of other the Evangelo, I don't know how to pronounce it, but as you know, extreme pastors, whatever they have in their mind and so on. But that's all. I'm very sorry for that. Okay, have a nice day and take it easy, okay? Bye.